She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain. Part 8. The Practices Makes Everything Perfect. Chapter Level 1. The Awakening of Senses. To inspire you from the very first moment, we must ensure you experience a tangible result. The journey from the analytical mind into the life force begins with a single deliberate shift in focus. On this first level, our primary goal is to help you leap out of your head and land firmly within the vibrant energy of your body. We begin with the practice of micro-pleasures. For a woman, the senses are the gateway to her power. While we often wait for grand happiness or significant milestones, we inadvertently overlook the electricity of life happening in the present moment. True orgasmicness, the ability to pulsate with the joy of existence, is not a destination. It is a neurological capacity to conduct the current of life through your nervous system at any given second. By choosing to focus on the textures, scents, and flavors of your immediate environment, you are retraining your brain to prioritize dopamine and safety over stress and critique. Steps 1. The foundation of detail. Orgasmicness is not a loud firework. It is the quiet current of energy flowing beneath your skin. It begins exactly where thoughts end and sensations commence. Today, do not seek grand achievements. Instead, find the pulse of life in a drop of water, the scent of the air, or the way your feet greet the floor. The practice, micro-pleasures. Your mission today is to identify 3 physical moments that bring you sincere, bodily joy. By focusing on the details, you ground yourself, switching your nervous system from survival mode to sensory mode. The exact temperature of the water against your skin during your morning ritual, the specific texture of your food, the crunch of a crust, or the velvet of a fruit, the physical sensation of your lungs expanding and your rib cage opening on a deep inhale, your somatic response. In one sentence, record which of these 3 sensations triggered the most vivid response in your body. The ritual of the day, diaphragmatic priming. Before you take your first bite of any meal, place your hand on your lower abdomen. Take 3 deep breaths, ensuring that your hand rises with each inhale. This is your biological signal to your body. We are safe. We are nourished. It is time to enjoy. This simple act shifts your chemistry from digestion inhibiting stress to pleasure-ready absorption. The sensory anchor, the red signal. To ensure you do not lose yourself in the frantic noise of the day, we will use a color anchor. Today, the color red is your signal to wake up. Every time you see something red, a passing car, a sign, or a piece of clothing, immediately return your awareness to your body. To deepen this, we apply the rule of red to your plate. If there is something red on your plate, perhaps a ripe strawberry or a slice of pepper, eat that specific item at half the speed of everything else. Focus entirely on the sweetness, the softness, and the juice. When you savor a strawberry so slowly that you feel its every nuance, you are practicing the highest form of presence. You are teaching your brain that pleasure is a priority. Step 1. Completion. By noticing the sweetness of life in a single berry, you have begun to rebuild the bridge between your mind and your deep feminine power. By the end of the day, write down your feelings. Try to fully experience and relive each touch within this new reality. Write everything down. Your notes, self-reflection, and anchor. We will return to these notes at the end of the program. Step 2. The magic of tactility. Connecting with the world. Today, we transition from the internal world of taste to the expansive, living boundary of your being, your skin. In this stage, we are learning to retrieve our attention from the relentless stream of thoughts and anchor it into pulsing, vivid sensations. We are conditioned to treat the body as a functional tool, a mere vehicle for the mind. But the time has come to recognize it as the most sophisticated receiver of joy ever created. Every touch of fabric, every drop of water, and every brush of air is a potential source of life force. To ignore these is to leave a treasury of energy unopened. The message of the day: your body is the most precise instrument for experiencing the joy of existence. Yet too often, we treat it as nothing more than a pedestal for the head. Today, we practice feeling the world as it touches you. Every contact can be a spark of creative energy, provided you allow yourself the stillness to notice it. The practice, micro-pleasures, textures, and heat, to shift your focus from external deadlines to the sensory response of your skin, cultivating the ability to extract delight from the simplest interactions. Today, your mission is to consciously experience 3 distinct moments of physical contact. The element of water. During your shower, feel the streams as they hit your shoulders and back. Investigate the character of the water. Does it envelop you with a velvet softness, or does it invigorate you with sharp, stinging droplets? The embrace of fabric. Pay close attention to how your skin interacts with your clothing. Notice the difference between the cool glide of silk, the cozy reliability of cotton, or the textured warmth of wool. Locate the exact point where the contact feels most pleasurable. The source of heat. Linger on the sensation of warmth, the heat of a ceramic cup in your palms, or a stray sunbeam touching your cheek. Somatic reflection. Which specific touch today triggered an instant impulse of relaxation and an involuntary smile? The ritual of the day, the hands of devotion. Transform your habitual self-care into a sacred act. When you wash your face or apply lotion, do so with maximal tenderness. Imagine that your hands are the hands of the most loving, caring being in existence. Explore the architecture of your skin, its softness, its resilience, and its warmth. Through this gesture, offer your body a moment of unconditional acceptance. The sensory anchor, the red signal. We continue our training of the conscious mind. Every time your eyes fall upon something red, make a micro-pause. Ask yourself, what is my skin feeling right now? It might be the coolness of the air in the room, the weight of your shoes, or the support of the chair against your spine. Do not judge the sensation. Simply name it and return to the home of your body. Step 2. Completion. By acknowledging how the world touches you, you are strengthening your energetic field. You are no longer just thinking about life. You are beginning to feel it vibrate against your skin. By the end of the day, write down your feelings. Try to fully experience and relive each touch within this new reality. Write everything down. Your notes, self-reflection, and anchor. We will return to these notes at the end of the program. Step 3. The alchemy of scent. The direct path to the heart. The sense of smell is the most primitive and direct highway to our emotional center and cellular memory. Unlike other senses, scents bypass the analytical filters of the brain and strike the limbic system immediately, possessing the power to shift your state from exhaustion to ecstasy in a single breath. Today, we refine our olfactory radar. We will learn to use aromas not just as background noise, but as sacred keys to unlock the state of orgasmicness, that vibrant background joy of being alive. The message of the day. The air around you is never empty. It is a tapestry woven with invisible stories. Every inhale is an opportunity to draw in new vitality. Today, I became a scent huntress. Notice the subtle shift in your internal landscape when you encounter the aroma of fresh rain, your favorite perfume, or the crisp scent of clean linens. Allow the air to feed your soul. The practice, micro-pleasures, the olfactory radar. To awaken the olfactory receptors and recognize how specific scents trigger immediate physiological relaxation or invigoration. Your task today is to identify 3 scents that elicit a positive, pleasurable response within your body. Tune your radar to these 3 spheres. Morning rituals, the sharp mint of your toothpaste, the citrus of your shower gel, or the grounding steam of your first cup of coffee. Which of these compels you to take a deeper, more satisfying breath? The environment. The scent of a bakery on the corner, the damp earth in a park, or the metallic freshness of rain on pavement. Personal sanctuary. The lingering notes of your perfume on a silk scarf, or the unique, comforting scent of home that greets you at the door. Question for self-reflection. Which fragrance today felt the most delicious to my body, and what was the physical sensation it triggered? E.g., a softening in the chest, a smile, a deeper breath. The ritual of the day, the aromatic pause. Before you take the first bite of your meal, or the first sip of your drink, bring the vessel to your face, close your eyes, and inhale the aroma deeply for 5 full seconds. Feel how your body begins to prepare for pleasure, how your digestive enzymes and happiness hormones activate before the food even touches your lips. This is the art of preheating your internal stove for the feast of life. The sensory anchor, the red signal. Our training of the conscious mind continues. Every time you spot the color red, pause for a heartbeat. Ask yourself, what is the scent of this exact moment? It may be the faint aroma of your hand cream, the smell of old paper, or simply the neutral freshness of a ventilated room. Return to the present through your nose. Step 3. Completion. By honoring your sense of smell, you have claimed a direct line to your emotional sovereignty. You are teaching your brain that you can change your mood simply by changing the air you breathe. We conclude by integrating our progress into a final dimension. To put the finishing touch on this awakening stage, we will shift our focus to sound the music of existence, to harmonize the senses before we move to the next step. Write everything down. Your notes, self-reflection, and anchor We will return to these notes at the end of the program. Step 4. Sound focus. The melody of presence. We conclude the first level of our journey by awakening the auditory sense. In the modern world, we often treat sound as a distraction to be blocked out or ignored. However, sound focus is a powerful tool to realize that you are not isolated within your thoughts, you are a vital part of a living, pulsating universe. Learning to truly hear is one of the shortest paths to the state of absolute presence. Today, we transform the noise of life into a symphony that grounds you in the here and now. The message of the day. The world is never silent. Even in stillness, there is a rhythm and a profound depth. Today, let your ears be your primary sensory organ. Allow sounds to pass through you without judging them as noise or music. Everything you hear is the breath of life itself, inviting you to join the dance of existence. The practice, micro pleasures, the symphony of life, to expand your auditory awareness and recognize how specific sounds can act as anchors for mental clarity and physical relaxation. Today, identify 3 sonic moments that compel you to pause and simply listen. Look for the music of life in these 3 layers. The urban rhythm, the distant hum of the city, the rhythmic click of heels on pavement, or a stray fragment of laughter from a stranger. Hear the raw energy of movement within these sounds. Nature's melody, the song of a bird, the wind whispering through leaves, or the rhythmic percussion of rain against a window pane. Voice and stillness, the specific timbre of a loved one's voice, or that unique ringing silence that only occurs in the early morning or the deepest part of the night. Question for self-reflection. Which sound today felt the most real and alive to my body, and how did it change my internal state? The ritual of the day, the 30-second reset. At any moment during the day when you feel the mental noise or frantic pace of work rising, stop. Close your eyes and simply listen. Try to distinguish the most distant sound you can possibly catch, perhaps a distant siren or the hum of the building. These 30 seconds of active listening act as a neurological reset, shifting you from your thoughts back into your sensory reality. The sensory anchor, the red signal. Today, our red anchor reaches its peak intensity. Every time you see the color red, immediately activate your ears. What do you hear at this exact micro moment? Let that sound be the hook that pulls you out of your head and back into the temple of your body. Level 1. The awakening accomplished. Congratulations, you have successfully completed Level 1, Awakening. Over the past 4 steps, you have systematically reclaimed your ability to experience the world through taste, touch, scent, and sound. You have begun the vital work of returning your attention to your body, the only place where true power and pleasure can reside. Write down your notes, self-reflection, anchor. Now that we have awakened the senses, we must begin the first serious stage of mental detoxification. We will identify and dissolve the thought blocks that prevent your energy from flowing freely. Prepare to reclaim your inner space. Discover the secrets to nurturing your lifestyle and love style at Wish for Love. The electronic version of all chapters from the full book She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain can be found at wishforlove.org.